Dear friends, today is Sunday, December 24. This is our fourth lecture, and where we'll discuss on the third mindfulness training is the practice of sexual responsibility. So what are the other two precepts that we have learned so far? No killing. But in no killing, what are the three ways of killing? Very good. And both in thinking and in action, right? What about second precept? Is what's the precept? No stealing. Now the first one, not to kill, what did you need to practice instead? Compassion, reverence for life. And second, not to steal, so what did you practice? Giving, generosity. So what are the three ways of giving? Material resources, Dharma words, non-fear. Very good. Non-fear. And today we'll talk about the third mindfulness training. In Buddhist tradition, we say sexual misconduct. Can have someone volunteer come up here and read this? Can I have a girl? Let's the girl do this time because I wanted the girls to participate. Please read slow and out loud.
The third mindfulness training, sexual responsibility. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I am committed to cultivating responsibility and learning ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I am determined not to engage in any sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I am determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct.
Thank you. So the third precept is sexual misconduct. In other words, the third mindfulness training is a sexual responsibility. So not sexual misconduct is need to have sexual responsibility. So the third mindfulness training is to protect sexual responsibility, aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct. I am committed to cultivating responsibility and learning ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I am determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I am determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. This is the third of 5 precepts that the lay Buddhist has made commitment and vow to practice. So those who have made commitment become a Buddhist and take refuge in 3 Jewels. This is the precept that you have vowed and practiced. In general, when we think about sexual misconduct, we see that when you're married to someone, you have to be faithful to that person, right? You cannot have affair. And if you do, and you're breaking a relationship, then you're breaking this precept. But that's not it. That's not all it is. There's more meaning to it. Even you're not married, you're single, you still have to be responsible to this precept. Last year, someone asked me, how do you know When is the right age to marry and when's the right age to have children? You know what my answer is? You remember my answer when we have that discussion? Someone asked in this group. And I told this person, when you're able to take care of yourself, if you're not able to take care of yourself, then you're not ready for a relationship. You're not ready to have children. You're not ready to have boyfriends or girlfriend. Now, do you agree with me? Yes. But you know what? In this precept, it's actually, if you practice this precept, you are conserving 3 kinds of energies. These are 3 sources of energies that you can conserve or preserve. If you practice well this precept, this is the merit you will get. The first one, to practice this first precept, you are cultivating the energies of sexual energies. In Vietnamese we call tinh. Now, sexual energies can be good and can be bad. Because sexual energy is like a vital energies, alive energies. A person who had like a very outgoing energies, potential energy in that person. You know someone who sit and have very outgoing and very potential, you know, solely potentiously. You know that person had sexual energy, which is not bad though. It's actually good. But too much sexual energy that you cannot channel it well, that it become a bad. We need to have sexual energy and we need to know how to conserve it. But first I want to clarify that sexual energy is like a vital energies. You need to have vital, right? Energy to be able to be truly alive, to truly be at the present moment, and truly to see yourself, just truly to be appreciate with life. If you don't have sexual energy, you don't know how, you don't appreciate life, and you see everything in around you dark and blue and gloomy. But with this kind of energy, the sexual energy or thin, or even we call it thin, is actually a good energy. Now, how do you? First, let me tell you how you can conserve sexual energy. First, on food. The food you eat is very important. Too much yang food or too much yin food is not doing any good. It has to be balanced. You know what kind of Zen food is and what kind of Yin food are? Do you know the word Zen and Yin elements? The Zen is something related to the sun, hot. The fruit color is red, and there's lead water in there. It's called Zen energies, or Zen product, or Zen food. Anything that deal with Yin food is a food like banana, watermelon, cucumber, water, moon. Related to nature, that's called Yin. So Yin or Zen is something strong and powerful, whereas Yin is something soft, weak. But you want to balance right in the middle. So if you eat too much meat, you drink too much alcohol, you eat too much garlic, onion, you are building sexuality in you more. And that's not good sexual energies. That trigger you to have more desire, to craving more desire to have sexual. So you see, if you cannot eat vegetable yet, and you're still a meat eater, eat less meat. Add more vegetables to balance your food. Eventually you will shift into vegetable easily as you're growing older, because as you're growing older, your digestive system is very weak. So you want to eat something that is digest easy. But because now you're at this age, you have very high metabolism energy. So you burn anything. But that burning, you're wasting your energies. You are not conserving special sexual energies. That's one way I want to see sexual energies in a way of where you can find in food, okay? Now I want to let you see how the sexual energies is important in your body. Think of sexual energy is like a special jewel in you. If you do it, if you know how to cultivate your sexual energy, you actually make yourself very lucid and very clear and focused well. And that jewel you are passing down to your next generation, your children's generation, and your children's generation, because those are jewels that make you smart and intelligent. So eating is contribution in this sexuality. But you're eating something wrong, you are trigger your sex craving desires. So if you have an energy, a sexual energy that is too much and that making you craving, you have to burn it to keep your energy moving, balance it. Like playing sport, running, being very athletic, and do a lot of thinking in a productive way. Like plan your career, think of something that is productively, in other words. That's how you burn your energies. Unnecessary energies. And also the food. Pick the right food to eat. And just remember, if you have the right sexual energy, you have a very special jewel in you, and this jewel will pass down to your children. And your children is smart or not smart, it depends on you. Now here's the important thing I'd like to share with you. Girls and boys too. For girls, if some guy who touched you, without your permission, he is not a true gentleman. Even he is your boyfriend. A true gentleman, I'm asking you guys, you agree with me? A true gentleman don't touch a lady without permission. Is that correct? Are you agree with me? Because a true gentleman, when they touch a lady, they have to ask permission. But you have to ask in the right time, right place, not in the dark time, dark place. Then you're not there. You take her to somewhere. You take her somewhere in the dark, and you make her drink alcohol. You touch her, of course she lets you touch, because she's vulnerable. If that makes sense, because that's not true, gentlemen. So I want to make clear on this, because the reason I know this because I asked one of my students. He taking his girlfriend out, and he was touching her, and I say, "Did you ask permission?" And she said, "No. Why should I ask permission?" I say, "Well, that's the gentleman way." But did she let you? She said, "Yes, she did let me." And I asked her. Then I asked the third question, where did you take her? Then he began at night on this lake. So you see, the wrong place, wrong time, make a person is vulnerable too. So if you are truly a gentleman, you ask when she is fully awake of herself and around her, and you too. And that's called a truly love, a truly respect. So remember, true gentlemen don't do that. Don't touch girls. Now I'd like you guys to see yourself as a very, all your private part is like a treasure. Nobody should trespassing without your permission, without you being ready. If you're not ready, you should never let anyone touch you. Now I'm serious. You might think it's funny, but it is. This is how you will have a long commitment relationship with someone. Nowadays, why there's so many divorces? Why there's so many breakup relationships? Because people don't respect each other. They come because of attracted to body, not to true love. So in 1 year and 6 months, they broke up. We don't want that. We don't want to run, all the time to find our lover. So keeping this precept is also practice restoring sexual energies. Remember, you all will marry, right? You want your children to be smart, right? This is the energy that you need to preserve, sexual energy. If you sleep with someone too many times, and if you use any preventive, will jeopardize your health. Will jeopardize your health. Even birth control nowadays proved that you have cancer, breast cancer. Any kind of drug that you use to prevent conceive is jeopardizing your breast health. Come back to a very ancient time. Do naturally. When you find the right person, when you are ready, then you do what you need to do to keep your relationship longer for your children. The next source energy is called the breath energies. Breath energy is like healing energies. If you have a lot of breath energies, in Vietnamese we call Qi, in Chinese we call Qi, in Japanese we call Qi. Those are the same meaning of breath energies in English. Breath energy is like a healing energy. If you have a lot of breath energies, you can only come and touch that person's hand, they feel completely changed. They feel very nice and light in them. In a sense of love and compassion, though. That's what breath energies. So how do you cultivate breath energies? Qigong, doing Qigong like today we do, the breath. Tai Chi, any yoga, meditation. That's how you build breath energies. And the more breath energy you have, this is advantage for you. When you fall down, you don't break a bone. Where other people don't have breath energy, they fell down, they crack the bone right away. But for you, eating great is because you have the breath energies. Breath energies also give you a very nice vocal voice. And breath energy gives you a very nice skin complex. So girls, if you're breaking out because you're going through a puberty stage, you need to build breath energies a lot. And how do you build? Like I said, yoga, do Tai Chi form energies, or Qigong this morning, do meditation, drink a lot of water, wash your face. Those are preparations to have give you a really nice key energies. And when you have that, your skin complex change. You don't need to do anything much. Of course, eating and sleeping, helpful, very helpful. So if you want to have a very healing hand, build the chi energies. Again, where does it come from? Meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, or any chi form energies, exercise. Now, guys, you play basketball, running, or soccer, or baseball, or football, you need to apply chi to energies. This is what you do. Before you try this, basketball player, try this. When you shoot the ball, breathe in. Breathe in full breath, and then when you breathe out, shoot that. You see the difference. And then, or when you want to push someone out, away, just breathe in first. And when you come to that person, breathe out, push him. He will fall down. That's how you build your chi. That's how Tai Chi is doing. And it's very powerful energies. And more important, like I said, it's a healing energy. So when your parent is not feeling well, when your sibling is not feeling well, your friend is not feeling well, you just need to come and hold that person's hands. Hold that person's hand. If that person transforms their feeling, then you know that you have chi energies. So sometimes you might play around, test yourself, see how much chi energy you have. Or key energies, or breath energies. And the last one was the powerful energy of all, spirit energies. Have you ever looked at someone who just stared at you and you suddenly lost your soul? You lost yourself? Have you ever met someone like that? Good. That person, because have strong spirit energies. And guess what? If you have strong spirit energies, because it's like a sharp, lucid energies, So there is no spirit hungry or ghost or anyone who plays spell on you can affect on you. If you have spirit energy, no spell, no whatever spirit, bad spirit will possess you or manipulate you. It can't, because you have a strong mind. So in other words, spirit energies is like a loose, sharp energies, like a strong light. It's powerful. So it's a powerful energy of all. And the only way to do that is to meditate, to practice meditation and live a very non-sexual life in order to build strong spirit energies. So you can build strong spiritual energy, but in order to reach the ultimate spiritual energy, then you should never have sex with anyone. That's how you build it. But to have a somewhat relative energy, spirit energy, you can just by meditating. And people who have this spiritual spirit energies, they can attract people so easily. You look at that person, you can lure them to your attraction. But that spirit is a compassion spirit, though. So you can get that from meditation. And one good thing about spirit energies is that, like I said, besides not being possessed by any spell, or by any spirit, it's also that when you say to someone something, they would easily accept your request. Okay, let me review a little bit so see if you pay attention to me. So what is sexual energies? One person, please. What is sexual energies? Girls? It's a vital energies, right? Alive energies. Yeah. Truly gentlemen, yes. Truly gentlemen, good. Good that you remember that. Now, how do you cultivate good spirit, sexual energies? Good, eat balanced food. Very good. Yin and Yang has balance. Yeah. Now I want to share you a little bit about this, so that you can identify food, okay? In general, about fruits. If you see something that's very red, dark color, no less water, then you know that yang food. So we know what yang yin is, right? Yang is for nature is what? Like phenomenon is the sun, yes. And yin is moon. Now let's compare with strength. Weak is what? Weak is what kind of energies? Zhang or yin? Yin. Strong is? Fire is? Yang. Water is? Okay, water is what? It's yin, right? Okay, because now you know. Hot is what? Cold. Okay, good. So now in food color, fruits, or vegetables, anything that dark green, red, with less water, that is yang. Anything that a lot of water, light color is, how about cabbage? Yeah, very good. Apple. There you go. Now you know. Watermelon. Good. Yin. Mm-hmm. Orange. No. Orange is actually more towards yin than yang because there's water in there. But if you want balance, you add a little salt to it to make sense. So now you know. Sugar is what? Sugar is Yang? Yin, very good. Two words, yin. Mi is, there's the food, So you need to know when you are very hot, inflammation, that you eat something that is? No. Let's say when you had constipation, you're burning, you break out, you feel fever, what kind of food do you eat? Yin, because you had hot, it's very hot inside, inflammation. And when you're very cold, tired, weak, what did you get? Watermelon or apple? Good, apple. Remember when you feel lazy, you want to get an apple to eat, okay? Don't get watermelon or cucumber. So those are the food. So now you understand about sexuality, okay? How about the next one? The breath energies. What is breath energies? One person, please. Cheese. And what is cheese? Very good. It's a healing energies, okay? It's a healing energies. Okay. How do you cultivate that energies? Okay, one person. How do you cultivate that breath energies? Meditation, Tai Chi, yoga, excellent. Athletic sports. As long as you play sport and use your breath, then you can build it. Okay. Huh? Sleeping count, yes, for the breath, yes. It does. But sleep too much is what happens. You become lazy, yes. She's right, and you mentioned that sleep helps a lot for breath energies. Yeah. So you need that. But then you oversleeping, then, like let's say at your age, you should have 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But you have 4 hours sleep, you're not going to get any breath energies. It's key. Huh? For you guys, I think you could sleep 8 hours. 8 hours is the ideal time for you. 4 hours, not good. You might not feel your energy draining, but you are draining slowly. Wait until you get to 50, you ran out all the energies. Like I said, you got to invest in your future. Right now, you might not see that sleeping is important. But when you get to 50, 40, you compare yourself, why are the 40 still running and you only walk? You know why? Because you didn't preserve your good energies when you're young like this. And the last one, spirit energies. What is spirit energies? Powerful energies, like a light rising up. Okay, how do you cultivate that? Meditation and enough sleep too. If you meditate and you don't have enough sleep, you can build the spirit energy as well. Because sleeping is like a food for your mind. Remember that. But when you have too much sexual energy, you don't have to sleep, okay? Not too much. But for breath and spirit, you need to have enough energies because sleeping is a way of your fluid for your mind and body. Very good. So you know. Now, I want to share with the boys and girls too. Remember, I said that if someone who touches you without your permission, they're not truly gentlemen, and you let them touch you, they don't respect you. They will despise you, even they use your body. So if you ever as you're growing up, you work in a certain workplace, and your boss harass you, or make fun of you, or ask you to do something that you feel uncomfortable, just say no, and you can quit your job and find a better one. And before you quit your job, make sure you voice your voice, so there should be no victim. I'm sure that what can happen too, because harassment not just for girl, but for boy too. You need to protect your body for your ancestor and your children. People who touch you without your permission, they are not a gentleman. They would never respect you. Honestly, they will never. You have to see that. You have to see yourself. Your body is very valuable, boys and girls. You're very valuable. But only you can make that valuable. No one else. Right? Only you can make it very valuable. So valuable or not is depend on you. And the Buddha say, to practice this third precept, you earn prestige and respect from other people. So protecting yourself is also protecting your other people. Don't break anyone's happiness. You don't want anyone to break your happiness. You don't want to break anyone's happiness. So I will pause here. I have 5 minutes. Any question for me on this topic? I know you have a question for me on this topic. All right. On other 2 precepts. Any question? Yes. Everyone, please listen. The sexual energy, remember in our body, we have this kind of 3 energies. The sexual energy is what makes you craving and wanting. But I say sexual energy can be good and bad. It depends how you cultivate that. If you eat something too much, then you have too much sexual energy, but that sexual energy is not good. It triggers you to have more lures, more in sexuality. But if you have a lot of sexuality, you build a good way, eat the right food, then you will become a more productive person, more achievement in your life. Because you need that because it's the vital energies. So you see the difference? Good. Hope that answers your question. Okay. Yes.
Is having a lot of spirit energy good?
Yes, of course. Because you are cultivated not by food. Not by food. The reason the word breath and spirit energy is good because you are not cultivating food, but you cultivate by meditation. By working for it. Not other substance. Food is substance, right? Meditation is not substance. Meditation is you work for it. You put effort into it. Something that you don't work for it and you buy out from the pocket, that's called substance. You see the difference? Yes. Any other question? So no question at all on this topic? It's clear? Very good. Well, thank you, and I hope you will preserve and conserve these 3 sources of energy. They're very necessary for your body and mind and soul. Thank you and for your listening. No applause this time? Let's close our chanting. Okay, everyone please sit down and we'll send a merit. Everyone please sit down. Please sit down. In the Buddhist tradition, everything you do something good, like I'm sharing my lecture to you and you listen to me, those are good merits. We want to share back to the world. We want to share those who's not here with us also learn the same way that we are learning. That's what merit, sending merit means. Okay, together please join your palms. Let's just share our merits. Nguyện đem công đức này hướng về khắp tất cả đệ tử và chúng sanh đều trọn thành Phật đạo. Thank you.